Hello and welcome back to more Let's Play Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer. In the previous episode we finished the Fire Temple, and yeah, it was not as useful as I thought it would be. I mean, we got a medallion out of it, and we got the Goron Ruby, so we at least have one of the spiritual stones now, and we have 4 of the medallions. However, we didn't get any really good item out of it, so we're stuck once again to either attempting the water temple, which we can get through most of it, we can at least get to the Dark Link battle, or trying to see if we can't find a different item somewhere out in the world. Now, I've turned my map to stop tracking the Deku Scrub, or Deku Scrubs, Golden Skulltulas, because I don't need any more. I have the 50 that I need. And that dramatically dropped the number of potential spots that I can go to at the moment. So we basically have a couple things we could do in Gerudo Valley and Garuda Fortress. We have one thing we could do back at the graveyard. We can attempt the water temple. We can finish the bottom of the well, because there's still 3 chests left in there. And then we can attempt the Gerudo training grounds. So what I'm going to do real quick is a lot of this I can actually get out of the way as Kid Link. So I'm going to turn back into a kid, finish the bottom of the well, and then do a couple of one-off things. Just to get pieces of heart over like Garuda Valley. So that sounds like a good starting point for me, at least for the moment. Because I really don't want to try and take on the water temple right now. But it may have to come down to that, because I'm running out of potential locations for things to be. Alright, so I don't have a warp to Gerudo Valley or Kakariko. But the closest one to us right now would be Kakariko, so I suppose we'll start off by looking for the one chest I didn't get over in the bottom of the well. And if I'm correct, it should actually be in that bottom area that you're supposed to fall down into on accident. I didn't fully explore it. I think one of the holes that you can fall down actually leads you to a chest that has a small key in it. So that'll be one of the keys. One of the other chests is going to be a compass, meaning that there's one potential randomized item left in that dungeon that could be something important. Which is the only reason. Like, if it was just 2 chests, it would be the small key and the compass. So I wouldn't be too bothered, but there's 3 chests. So I know that at least, as of right now, one of them's the compass, one of them's a small key, and one of them could be a random item. And it's that random item that I'm hoping is something good. I say this every time and then immediately regret it. I'm jinxing myself. But I have been having a lot of fun with the randomizer, in complete honesty. Like, I might try and learn some of the tricks and what have you to do a randomizer where I, like, don't start off with the sword and what have you. Because all that's gonna do is make me slightly better at a game I enjoy playing. I would also like to, at some point, do a Majora's Mask randomizer. However, I just don't know how that one would work. In complete honesty, like, I know it's possible, because I've seen people do a randomizer, but at least the randomizer that I tried to get it functioning with did not want to function at all. Oh yeah, since I don't need any more Golden Skulltulas, I really don't need these bugs. That's funny. I got those for no reason. We'll do you. I guess we'll do you. Not that I necessarily need those right now, but I'll be using them later. Prepare to die, sir. Thank you. Alright, so if I'm correct, what we're looking for is probably... Oh shit, I need bombs. See, I wanted to avoid having to jump, or go back to my inventory. So what I believe we're looking for is actually a chest off of one of these random paths. And it's probably hidden behind some boulders. It's definitely not there. I don't know what Navi's... That would be a weird scarecrow spot, and you don't get anything from putting the Song of Time block there, so I don't know what she was jumping onto there. I was actually just going back through my channel, and I realized I never Let's Played Master Quest version of this game. I only did the dungeons. And I thought that was interesting. So it also wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and just play this through in Master Quest. But I probably, if I play another Zelda game anytime soon, it's most likely going to be Oracle of Ages. Because I need to do Oracle of Ages and Seasons so that I can get to Wind Waker, I believe is the next one on my list. Found you, you damn chest. You were a small key. You better have been. Alright, that's the last small key for bottom of the well. Basement chest. Boom. Alright, now we climb up and do what have you. I've been really wanting to get to Wind Waker so that I can get up to... Honestly, I've been wanting to get up to Skyward Sword. Because I've actually not played Skyward Sword yet. I got to the first dungeon and then stopped playing. And now that it's been re-released on Switch, I think is what it got re-released on, I'd really like to come back to it and play through it. I didn't really like the motion controls, which I know the Switch actually still does, but I'm sure it's probably better, I hope, than the Wii controls, which, by the time the Wii Plus whatever thing came out, they weren't too terrible, but I'm still just not really a huge fan on Wii controls. So really, the next time I play a Wii game, it's probably going to be Fatal Frame 4. I'm going to have to get it English patched, but... son of a bitch. But I do plan on playing Fatal Frame 4 at some point. I just gotta get a Japanese copy so it's legit, and then get it English patched. Because I know the ISO exists online, but back in the day, it didn't bother me to download ROMs and shit, because I was just like, I'm a kid, and I'm poor, and honestly, a lot of these games you can't even buy anymore. But now that I have a job, I'm just like, no, I should play these legitimately. Granted, like, I still play them on an emulator, but it doesn't bother me if I own the game. Because I'm like, no, I own the game, so I could have taken the time to rip it, play it on an emulator by myself, but other people have done that for me. So why waste the time? I know that's a weird point of view, but I'm just like, I don't know. I guess that's like a maturing thing. It's just kind of like, well, now that I have the money, I don't have that excuse to use. Like, inherently, I don't think emulators are bad. Emulators are great, plus you get to use, like, the random action replay codes, and you can do things like this, where you can randomize games that you've grown up, and now, like, all of a sudden you have these games. Oh, no, not my shield. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, well, okay. Bottom of the well is pointless, because the last one's going to just be the compass. Alright, so we'll knock bottom of the well out of here. Bottom of the well is done. I don't have to come back here. Next one's going to be going to Garuda Valley, so I should probably, I think port to Lake Kalia would be the quickest way. Let's just get the heck out of here real quick. I don't know. I have opinions on ROMs and their uses, because without them, you would, first of all, especially the way that things are going with the gaming industry, almost everything's digital now. So it's going to be harder and harder to avoid people ripping games and having them online, because almost everything's going digital, which is something I understand why the trend is to go more digital, but then you're, like, essentially, when games run out of support or what have you, or you just stop selling them, they're no longer available at that point then, because they were digital, but the more you shut down all these, like, ROM sites and everything, you're losing gaming history and what have you, which is rather disappointing. So I kind of hate the idea that companies, like, I understand why they do it, but for something like, I don't know, like Sonic Advanced on the Sonic Game Boy Advance, on the Game Boy Advance, no one's selling that anymore. There's no way to get a legitimately new copy other than freaking eBay, right? And that would just be because someone bought it and then decided not to play it. So, like, even at that point, the company's not getting the money. They've already sold the copies, so you can't play it on any kind of, like, emulation service. So you can't go, like, get Nintendo Plus or whatever the fuck they want to call it and play those. So I'm just kind of like, so what's the harm in having a site where people can go back and enjoy those games? You know, it's not like Sega's not losing money, Nintendo's not losing money at that point, and people still get to enjoy the games that their companies produced, which probably will make them want to go play other games from your company. You know? But, I don't know, it's a weird take. Because I also have mixed feelings, being like, I haven't developed my own game, but I would like to get into the industry at some point, even if it's just as an indie game developer, if that makes sense. So, like, I'm torn because I wouldn't want people to torrent my games or what have you and download them, because I'd be like, well, now I'm losing money. But at the same time, if that's all they can do at that point, like, when I originally played Undertale, I was still in high school and I didn't have a job. So I was like, okay, I'll play a hacked version of Undertale. That way I can enjoy the game. And so I played through it, enjoyed it, it was great. But the moment I got a job, I went through and bought it, because I was like, no, I'm going to support the developer. And I know not everyone does that, but I do. Because now I feel like I have an understanding on why. I don't know. That was a very weird camera angle, and it was only for a piece of art. That's kind of sad. Alright, so that's Gerudo Valley Waterfall. The next one will be the Crate Heart Piece, which I think I may actually have to, because this is going to take me... Wait, hold on. Is this one of the rooms? Actually, this might be a room where it becomes daytime by itself. Dang it. I was hoping... Yeah, it is. If it was one where I could... Although... Hold on. Will this let me teleport to the beginning of the room where I entered from? I cannot use it here. Never mind. Well, I'm like 90% sure this will just send me back to Lake Hylia, so to Lake Hylia we go. It's gonna be a long walk, boys. And girls, I don't discriminate. I don't think there's a way for me to get all the way back up there, so we're just gonna have to go do a roundabout real quick. Oink. But, yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on that kind of stuff. Part of me just kind of wishes that the world wasn't so capitalistic, which I know not all areas of the world are, but a majority of them are. We run off of a very monetary society, which for us right now works. I mean, you have to have something, otherwise it would be kind of chaotic, because as humans, we're not quite ready to take a leap where, you know, we all just take care of each other, because, you know, fuck that guy, you know? I don't know. I really don't. I'm getting all philosophical. For no reason. Over video game ROMs. It might be a little too early for me today, guys. I finished up my video yesterday, and I'm just now getting back to it today. I'm kind of like, well... Welcome to January 3rd, 2022. And I've already dropped the Society is trash. It's gonna be a great year. Alright, so the next one that we're gonna get is going to be the crate. Which you can do these as adult Link, it's just more difficult because you have to like plant the bean seeds and what have you, so why waste time when I can do it right now? Okay, so the next one I want is that one. And that one is an adult Link, you'd have to have the long shot anyway, I believe. So this is the better way. And it gave me the Bigoron sword. Fair enough. That's not a great item, but I won't deny it. Alright, so that one's done, that one's done. I think we need to go to Kakariko and head up to the graveyard next. So, the quickest way to do that... It's actually probably going to be... to go up to do the Minute Forest, walk through the Lost Woods, and take the teleport to Goron City, and then we'll walk down from there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then I guess if that much fails, we will just have to try and attempt the water temple. But no, we do have a couple more things in the Gerudo. We have one thing we can do in Garuda Fortress. And is there something preventing me from going to the Desert Colossus right now? Because I don't think there is. I have the Lens of Truth. I have... Do I need the hover boots? No, the hover boots would just screw me over in this case, I think. It's still saying it's locked off, and I don't know why. Because if I could at least get there, I'd get the Requiem of Spirit or what have you. So I can return as a kid. No, I don't want to go that way, I want to go right. What am I doing? Can't think of anything preventing me from going to the Desert Colossus. I have plenty of health, I got plenty of magic, I have the Lens of Truth. I really just can't think of anything that's stopping me. But it's definitely saying I'm locked off to the area. Unless I can't get the Requiem of the Spirit without having specific medallions first. But I can't see how that would be the problem. I already have the Fire and Water Medallion. And the Shadow Medallion. So really the only one I am missing is the Spirit Medallion, and you can do those out of order. I don't know. It might be something worth trying when we become Adult Link to go do the next piece of heart over in Gerudo Valley. Just to see if we can get done. Because that would open up, like, at least a song, which would either A, get us access to the Shadow Temple, which we could do most of. The only issue would be, once again, the hover boots. I don't even think I need the long shot for that one, I just need the hook shot. So it would at least open up a new temple, or I'd get, Well, I guess there is the potential that I get a song, and it's just the warp back to the Temple of Time, which wouldn't be terrible, but it would not be the greatest. It's only annoying as Kid Link when I have to walk back there, because as Adult Link I could just save and then reset. Excuse me, fine sir. Alright, alright, alright. So we'll plant you so that we can get up there, so that we can... Is there anything else I can do as a kid? Right now, no. So we will become Adult Link. Head back and do that. Also, so I was looking it up. One, the Water Temple does have another spare key in it to have one of the rooms unlocked. We'll only need to find 5 small keys to complete that dungeon. And when I was looking into it, the Dampe Graveyard digging thing actually is by default set to give you the item, so it really was a fool, and I had no reason to go through and double check that. I felt dumb afterwards, but I was just like, yeah, but what if? Okay. Logan actually is not a fan of Majora's Mask, by the way, so don't ask him about it. He likes the premise, but I didn't even make him 100% complete it. I told him he should, and then he hated it so much that he stopped. He was just like, this game's bullshit, and he walked away from it after beating it. Now, honestly, right now, the only thing I'm actually mad at him about is I had him play through New Vegas so he could play the Dead Money DLC, and he got all the way through it. It was like, this game's great. Got to the Dead Money DLC, and then it was like, no, and stopped. Because he hated the bomb collar BS, which, to be fair, was kind of dumb, but I was just like, the one DLC I wanted you to try. Not that it's a particularly interesting DLC, I just thought it was cool. Because it definitely takes a different, like, I don't know, feeling towards it. If that's what you want to call it. Like, the tone, excuse me. Yeah, the tone is a lot more interesting because it's darker. It's kind of like in Half-Life 2 when you get to the Ravenloft pit. I guess, is that what it's called? The Ravenloft pit? Ravenholm, I think, actually. Like, you suddenly, you know, the game's not, like, the most normal thing in the world. But then you get to that bit, and it's like a horror game for the most part. And it was the same for me in Dead Money. I started that DLC and was just like, well, the vibes are off, guys. Which I know I've not Let's Played New Vegas either. I have to get to 3 first, and I've just not felt like playing 3. Not that 3 is a bad game, but New Vegas is better. Don't at me. That is controversial. A lot of people decide, like, whether they like 3 or New Vegas. I like both of them, but I do think New Vegas is better. It has more charm to the quests. I don't even think I've done half the quests in Fallout 3. I couldn't find them. I kind of just did the ones that I ran into, but I know there's like a whole lot more that I have just not even touched. Because you just, like, never run into them. You do like one thing in New Vegas and you've unlocked 4 different side quests that go along with it. Absurd. Oh, bundle of arrows. Yay. My favorite. It's like that kid. Oh, avocado. Yay. Alright, to Garuda Fortress then. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a bunch of the, like, onesie-twosies out of the way, because then all it will leave is either the Gerudo Training Grounds or Water Temple. Because if we get it stuck to just between those two, I at least know I have to go do some of each of them in order to progress. Alright, opponent, we're going all the way over to Gerudo Valley. Let's go. The dumb thing about the Water Temple right now, at least, is the fact that although there are like 8 chests in there, at least 6, well, there's a bit more than 8, but at least 6 of them are keys, and then 2 of them are going to be the dungeon mapping compass. So at least 8 of the chests are worthless. Then you have the dungeon item, which is chest number 9, which potentially could be good at this point. I'm running out of chests to run into. And then maybe a couple of oddball. So we only really have a chance of getting 3 items if we go all the way to the Water Temple. And if the dungeon item isn't the long shot, we can't even get the, like, piece of heart for beating the boss. That's what's rough about trying to do. That's why I'm saving it. Because I know I have to do the entire dungeon eventually, but if I get through it to the point where I still need the long shot to beat it, and I just step out of it, I'm gonna get a little annoyed. Alright, so I want to go all the way to the roof. Is there a quicker way to do that by coming up here? I want to say there is. Because I think I can just go through here. Now with the long shot, you actually can do this without having to summon him, but I do have to summon him. And I think I am definitely too far away to do that right now. Oh, come on. I know I can get up there. How the... There's no way for me to get higher than this, is there? What? The heck? Yeah, there's no way to get higher than this point. the heck do I get up to you? Don't you start with me. Oop. Nope, I can't do the second one up here anywhere. As far as I know. Oh, well, that was dumb. Do 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 do. I think there's a higher point than that. Nope, this is just a dead end. That's just a dead end. This whole section's just a dead end. Oh. I know I can get up there. It's just a matter of how. Oh, there we go. Sir? I'm about as close to the edge of this as I can get. There we go. I was about to say, I know I can get to it. Please be something good. Fire arrows, okay. I can accept that. Fire arrows are useful. Okay, so that leaves Gerudo Training Grounds or the Water Temple. I guess since I'm already here, I could try to start the Gerudo Training Grounds. I don't know if I can finish it without some stuff, though. I'll look into it real quick, because this is the end of the episode anyway. So, thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode where we'll either start the Gerudo Training Grounds or start the Water Temple. So, see you all then.